Hi, my name is Valeria Rodriguez. Today I'm going to be talking about an advertisement that was based in the Philippines. The advertisement was known as Liking Isn't Helping, Be a Volunteer. It was an impactful ad because it reflects our negative relationship with social media and highlights our apathy towards social injustice and a lot of things that are happening overseas and in our own country. Now, Publicis Singapore is a marketing firm based in Singapore that designed an advertisement for Crisis Relief Singapore in an attempt to recruit volunteers. The advertisement tells us how social media has allowed us to convince ourselves we are making a difference simply by liking a photo. Instead of actually taking action, we believe clicking on a photo is going to change someone's life. And this simply is not the case. Just because you're on Facebook and you like that photo doesn't mean that that starving kid is going to get food, or that kid with an injury is going to get magically healed. The advertisement was displayed on various social platforms. It was on billboards, it was on the streets. So it was basically every form of media, it was out there. Now, Liking Isn't Helping, Be a Volunteer was targeted toward Facebook users and basically anyone that feels, anyone basically in the social sphere, because anyone that feels that by liking a photo, they're making a difference, that's who was targeted by this advertisement. Now, their intended effects were definitely one for people to want to volunteer and help those in need, and the campaign was extremely successful in that aspect. And they were also successful in the fact that of how popular the ad was and how impactful it was, how many impressions it made throughout society. Now, their unintended effect, I believe, was exactly how popular it got, how it just blew up. Every campaign wants to be successful. That's the goal. But I don't think anyone foresaw how successful this campaign was going to be and how viral it went. This campaign is so important today because it reflects who we are as a society, and the fact that we, instead of physically going out to volunteer and physically going out there to try and make a change, we think that on social media, just by liking a photo or retweeting or sharing, we're really making a difference and we're really gonna change this person's life. Our perception of social media's power is one of our weaknesses that we must overcome. Now, this advertisement has also forced me to rethink the way I approach social media and the way I participate in conversations or events relating to any social issues. Now, when I see a video or a picture or anything like that on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, anything that it might be, about a tragedy or an event dealing with a social issue and it upsets me, I think about a way that I can really help. I try to think, what can I do to help this person, whether it be, donating my time, my money, my experience, anything, supplies, anything that I can do to help the cause, versus just sitting at home and scrolling through a feed and retweeting and sharing and getting upset. So, for example, during the time of the 2016 primaries, when it was for the Democrats specifically, when it was between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, I felt very passionate about Bernie Sanders and wanted to support his campaign. So I donated as much as I could, whether that be my time or my money. I really donated that to him and tried to become more informed about his campaign and his platform. And it was definitely something that I was very proud of as an individual, because I was finally at this age where I could really participate in politics, because I was finally 18. I could vote. My vote mattered. My voice mattered. And I was doing everything I could to become more involved. So that was definitely just a proud feeling for me. And now that I've discussed this experience with you, I will make some inferences. I believe that when we become shocked by ads because they're holding up a mirror to our true selves, we begin to change. When we're shown our true form, you either want to change yourself or you sort of give into your apathy. Now, social media highlights our tendency to be followers versus leaders. We continue to give in to this pack mentality. And that just means that, well, if everyone's doing it, I want to do it too. That sort of attitude towards life, basically any approach to anything. Overall, I learned that I don't want to give into trends and the norm, because I feel like it can lead to apathetic choices, and I feel a sense of responsibility as a human being to help others if I'm able to. Now that I've made some inferences, I will discuss how these inferences can be transferred to other situations. For example, a campaign highlighting the United States' lack of voter turnout. We could show images of minorities fighting for their rights to vote in the past, how hard women fought for their rights. People of color, people have fought over the years to get the right to vote. And millennials now don't even want to get up to go register because they're too lazy or they don't think it's cool, or all of these things. So campaigns like that can definitely make a difference. I also think we should highlight the pack mentality from social media in the beauty industry. You can really see that there. Millions of people buy products every day, whether they're good or not, just because someone popular said that they should. Overall, you know, I would use this information in future communication to try to make my own decisions and go based off not go based off others' opinions, because I think it's important for you to have your own mentality and your own mindset. The pack mentality can be generalized to most of our life. As kids, on our first day of school, we try to fit in. You conform so that others can like you. You don't want to be the one that sticks out. At work, we go with the flow. We don't want to try and disrupt anything because you're trying to keep your job. You're trying to keep everything safe. So all our lives, we're conforming to this pack mentality and trying to stay in the norm and trying to conform to everyone's beliefs so that we can just be likable and liked, socially acceptable. In conclusion, we shouldn't rely on the click of a button to make a change. We need to step out of our comfort zones and rise up to help one another. We also need to make decisions on our own, even if it's not the popular one. New perspectives are positive because we become more open-minded and understanding of others, and that allows us to become a better person overall, and who doesn't want to be a better person? Liking isn't helping, be a volunteer. It's impactful because it's relaying the message of being a better person, and it opens our eyes and has us evaluate who we are as a person and to stop living behind the screen because these people are real. Hopefully, this ad makes you think twice about what you're doing to help others and will help you make a difference in someone's life.